Hey everybody, I'm your friend Kevin, and this is your divine inspiration message of today. So first of all, welcome everybody, and thank you for tuning in, commenting, liking, subscribing, do all the things you do to help me and this channel bring a day of joy, bring a day of focus, bring a day of positivity. All right, so we are in an angel numerology number 1 day, magical beginnings. So turn the dial up on your positive thoughts. Get into the spark of creation, manifest new ideas, bring in joyful wishes, and expect them to come true. This is a day where Archangel Uriel, Raziel work with the energy of number 1 to bring the expansion, to bring the positive details and the ambitious energy that you've been seeking and needing. So, think about the 9 of Cups, wishes come true, just put them out there. But we have to sit in the seat that they will happen. Now, what's interesting about this, we're using the Divine Masters Oracle deck by Kyle Gray, and our Master of the Week, or Divine Master of the Week, is Horus. Now, Horus is known to be the keeper of the cosmic gateway. It's a powerful, energetic portal, or a vortex, whatever you want to call it, that you can go to get the hidden realms, and to work with this energy. We awaken parts of ourselves that get creative, that are creative. He's here all week telling us to get in the manifestation vortex. Belief makes manifest. Thoughts attract and create. If you want a bit more detail into all of that, go into the video before this one. They're numbered. So, my isms: I am a world citizen, a universal creator. I come with powerful intent and purpose. That is a message from the other side that you injected your soul with when you came into a human existence. We are powerful. We've got the physical world to work with. We've got the spiritual world to help us do that. It's as if we are in the pilot seat of moving things forward, and spirit world says, okay, I'm going to help you. What is it we need to do? It's a collaboration. Close the vibrational gap between doubting that it's possible and manifesting it. The doubts are the push-pulls. The I don't think so. The I'm not sure. The negativity, the procrastination, that is pushing pause on your hopes and your dreams and your wishes. It isn't what you show, it's how you show up. When you show up bold, when you show up confident, when you show up, I'm going to do this thing no matter what, that is what pushes it forward. And that's really part of your higher being. This is where what I call the ego, I want to get rid of this pulsing, well, unless it's the spirit world. This is where the ego is needed to push the confidence, not to become better than. That's ego going crazy. Ego, when it's used properly, is to let ourselves be seen, let ourselves be heard. Ego allows us to put boundaries down when they need to be put down. Ego allows us to see the truth where we've been masking over the top. Yes, that's where ego works for our highest good. The happier me affirmation is I am strong and resilient. And then the backside of it is, think of a situation where you showed strength. How did you feel? Did you recover? Acknowledge that every situation you surpass only makes you stronger and more resilient. I was talking about this last night in a spiritual group of really, truly powerful women. And we were discussing how, repeats, it seems like things repeat themselves and like, here we go again. No, we are going again. Things come around all the time. Every year we have the same date, different year. We have the same similar seasons. We have change that happens in a similar way. Patterns get developed. The challenge is looking at the pattern and seeing, oh, when this showed up, I was doing that. It's a bit like music, where you hear a song that may have been recorded and released 40, 50, 60 years ago, and it gets re-released, gets reworked, it gets redone. It's a same song, very similar, but there's a different beat and a different rhythm to it. If we can look at our patterns in that way, we can then see this is what we missed the first time. Now we're picking it back up. That's the energy of repeats or things that come back around again. We're going to get to our Angel Guide Oracle card for the day. Again, this deck is by Kyle Gray with images by Jennifer Hawkyard. I like the collaboration of those two. They seem to work well together. Gertrude, Beatrice, where are you? Oh, high on top of the world, literally. They're looking down upon the scene. They're asking you to take a bird's eye view of things that are happening in your world this week, things that are happening in your world that you would like to see different. Beatrice is sitting here with a sketch pad and she's drawing. So she's talking about creativity. Gertrude is watching what she's drawing. There we go. Here's our card. Raise your vibration. That's what creativity does. That's what we're supposed to do today. If we're in a number one energy, the spark of creation is about manifesting ideas, bringing in joyful wishes, using your third eye center, your inner vision. And you see this person, may as well call them, if this were a tarot card, it would likely be the dreamer, who's looking upward through that stellar vortex, through that energy that is all about Horus, the cosmic gateway, bringing down the light, the love, the peace, the harmony from heaven, which is why Gertrude and Beatrice appear to be on top of the world. You want to feel like I am living a happily ever after life right now. That's what your angel guides are suggesting you do. Here's the other part to this. And I'm going to come over to this camera. There we go. This was pretty quick and succinct. We have spirit guides. We have guardian angels. We have the fae, the fairies, which work between human and spiritual. They're the ones that move quick. We see them out the corner of our eye. All of those energies have a vibration. When we lift up our own vibration, when we get in that happy, confident, pull your socks up energy, that's the magnet that attracts the spiritual energy. I'm hoping I make sense with this. Vibrational energy. All right, let me give you the opposite of this, because many of us, if you're on this channel, probably not so much. As we get lighter, you can call that enlightening. As we awaken to the fact that we're a spirit inside the density of a physical body, we then realize the difference between when I feel light and I feel joyful and I feel happy and I'm laughing and I'm listening to great music and I am dancing the jig like nobody's watching. That's raising the vibration up. Then you bring in the energy of that same vibration. It's like an attraction. When you're down in the doldrums, your higher being, vibrating up here at this level, sees it and wants to lift you up to it, but can't get down there. Can't go that low. Probably won't, but couldn't anyway. I'm hoping you're tracking with this. Now, there are folks who I have had awkward conversations with that ask me, do I pull in deeper, darker mischievous energies. Do they exist? Yes, they do. Not in my world. Not because I decide, well, I'm going to be lighter, brighter, lifted up higher than them. It is that I have learned what I prefer is to be in this light. And I think I've told the story many times. 4+ years ago, when the world was brought to a halt, it wasn't the first time I had been brought to a halt where it seemed that my world fell out from underneath me. Job loss, financial ruin, etc., 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 heart attack. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Those feelings. Through my life, I learned to pivot. Let me change it to this. Let me take a different choice here. And I didn't stop or skip a beat. I said, I want something else that makes me feel better about this. I need a day of joy, but then I need a life of joy. By doing that, my vibrational level lifted up. However, we all know folks who struggle with that. It's real. It happens. I am not discounting anybody that has a less than joyful day. Sometimes those folks look at me and they want to, oh, no, thank you very much. That's not for me. The challenge when we're spirits in human form, when we're vibrating with that higher level, is to recognize we're supposed to have those lower density feelings because that's the contrast. We're just not necessarily supposed to stay there. And it is a challenge when we have friends and people that we know that do not see the glass half full. They do not see the potential. They do not see the opportunity. They do not see the advancement because their vibrational energy can't get all the way there yet. It's a bit by bit by bit by bit. I hope I'm making sense with this. It's not a leap from the depth of a depraved feeling up to where we are. Everybody has their own purpose. Everybody has their own journey. What you choose and what your purpose is up to you. And that choice happens to be the feeling, the thought and the feeling. You have a thought, this happened, how am I going to respond to it? Am I going to respond downward or upward? Am I going to spiral down or spiral up? It's okay if you stay flat. Don't stay there too long. Eventually something will happen. And it really depends on where your vibrational energy is. Imagine if you spent 24 hours doing nothing. Not thinking, not feeling, just flat. I've done it. It's a bit like being meditative. Eventually, something does happen to change it. And it either changes and starts sliding down the hill. Oh my gosh. And you realize, I don't like the way this feels. And you push yourself back up the hill. Or you can't be bothered and you're going down the hill. Well, I'm already going down the hill. Let me fall to the bottom. Well, I'm at the bottom. I don't feel any more than this. Well, then two things happen. You have to rise back up or you have to get taken out. There's an impact for everything. What do you want that impact to be? So today is about closing that vibrational gap between the this and the that and moving upward. Showing up for yourself. Showing up in a bigger way, in a brighter way. Finding that light, finding that love, finding that spiritual, I got it, I understand it. Not, oh my goodness, here we go again. Oh my goodness, I got this to happen. I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. It's real because there's these changes. There are these big changes. We are witnessing younger people not putting up with the things that we put up with when we were their age. We did things at that age that our parents wouldn't have put up with. They did things at the same age that their parents wouldn't put up with. Do you see the evolution of people? If you stay in that youthful, young, ooh, it seems like, whoa, they got some nerve. But do they? Or are they just standing up for themselves and saying, this is what I want for me? Do we join with them? Because we're all one. We're all spirits together. Looking at it, finding a positive spin on what they're doing, as opposed to, that's not the way I would have done it. That's judgment in a way. They're telling me to close it down. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you, Gertrude. I feel like this week's going to be about manifesting. This week is going to be about lifting up the vibrational gap between what we want and getting it. Until tomorrow, big love. Thanks. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.